Before the onset of the pandemic, 14-year-old Iris Keene began having sudden, uncontrollable movements.
It's tough to wake up one day and not be able to control everything. It's a little scary. But other than that, it's been mostly just a thing.
Seeing a neurologist, Iris was diagnosed with Tourette syndrome.
She had been dealing with some depression, anxiety type things as well, but nothing so severe. And then the ticking is not in our family history anywhere that I know of.
Around the same time, doctors around the world and here in the U.S. began seeing a surge in teenage girls developing Tourette syndrome like twitches. The common thread, all of them watched videos of people with tics on TikTok.
Those TikTok patients, they had the most explosive tics right in the office, which is kind of unusual.
Between March and June of this year, Rush University Medical Center in Chicago said it saw 20 patients with these tics, more than double from the previous year. Researchers at Rush studied the TikTok phenomenon and found that while some may have started mimicking what they saw, it was spreading spontaneously through the group without the patients being able to control it.
The patients I saw in clinic had real disease. I can't account for everybody out there in TikTok and what their intentions were and what their disease was.
One school, 12 teenage girls.
In 2011, 20 teenage girls at one high school in upstate New York developed motor and verbal tics. It was chalked up to mass hysteria, with media attention worsening the symptoms. They eventually subsided.
Now the mass media give it the ability to become a pandemic. It's not confined by locality anymore.
It could be on YouTube, it could be anywhere. What I think is important to recognize is it only affects a subset of people, predominantly female adolescents.
In a statement, TikTok says, the safety and well-being of our community is our priority, and we're consulting with industry experts to better understand this specific experience.
Is TikTok responsible for this? It makes me wonder a little bit. I mean, are we shooting the messenger rather than looking at the message?
Experts say it's important to note other factors like depression and stress pre-existed among those affected.
It reminded me of Iris a little bit, but it was pretty extreme. And so I'd asked her, Iris, did you see all those? And she's like, I can't really watch them because they make me tick more.
While Iris didn't watch the videos and doesn't think her condition is related, she avoids them and doesn't post clips of her own tics.
Some kids want that, and they want the attention that comes from that. And so I try not to post too much on it, at least on TikTok.
Doctors say it's important to monitor any unusual changes.
So I think you have to be smart and be vigilant and monitor what your kids do and what they see there.
Understanding that what they see could be triggering tics in a subset of young people. I'm Asha Qureshi reporting.
It dampens their mood. It dampens their ability to connect with people. I've seen it time and time again where athletes are not the same jovial person they were 5 years before.
As we learn more about the long-term impacts of concussions, we're getting an inside look at work to create better protective helmets.
Get more out of your morning. Wake up with WPTV.
When you walk in the door with the new triple bacon pizza from Papa John's, oh, that smell of bacony goodness has everyone showing up. And I mean everyone. It's the season of bacon at Papa John's.
It's more important now, more than ever, that I focus on me. That's why I chose MMM. It's the Medicare plan that gives more, like wellness services at no cost, such as meals, grooming, and personal care. Comprehensive dental that keeps me smiling. And up to $1,260 for OTC items delivered directly to my door. Now, that's a plan that's made for me. Call MMM, Medicare, and much more today. 844-212-9859.
Every year, millions of people are victims of medical mistakes and left to suffer for a long time, maybe even a lifetime. If you or a family member is suffering due to medical negligence, call us today. Gordon and Partners, fortheinjured.com.
Hi, it's the Good Greek Spiro, and as your favorite mover, you can also rely on me for your junk removal needs. To remove any unwanted items from your home or business, our superhero movers can haul it away for you. Whether it's furniture or appliances, construction debris, and more, call the Good Greek. Go to goodgreek.com for all of your relocation and removal needs today.
Hey AT&T customers, there's never been a better time to switch to Xfinity. Get the fast and reliable internet you deserve for only $20 a month for 12 months. And for the first time ever, we'll give you 12 times the speed for the same price when you add Xfinity Mobile. That's more speed and you'll save hundreds over AT&T. Switch now to Xfinity Internet to power all your devices and get started for just $20 a month. Plus, for a limited time, get $300 back and a 5G phone on us. Get this deal before it's gone. Click, call, or visit a store today.
At Renew Anchor Dentures, we change lives.
Getting the Anchor Dentures was probably the best choice I've ever made in my life. To have the freedom to eat whatever I want, not have to worry about being in pain.
Renew provides patients with missing or failing teeth with a secure, locked-in-place Anchor Denture solution. It's more than just teeth. Call now 561-599-5000 or visit renewsmiles.com.
When you walk in the door with the new triple bacon pizza from Papa John's, oh, that smell of bacony goodness has everyone showing up. And I mean everyone. It's the season of bacon at Papa John's.
Closed captioning is sponsored by Jupiter Medical Center. Ranked #1 for safety, quality, and patient satisfaction. World-class healthcare is here.
Tough conversations around racial inequities in education are happening all over the country. This time, it's gifted and talented programs at stake. In major cities, there are discussions or plans to revamp or get rid of these programs altogether. Data historically shows they cater to mostly white students.
What scares me about that is that in the schools, probably where talent development programs are needed the most, we're denying services by elimination.
The Gifted Education Research and Resource Institute at Purdue University recently found some 3.5 million students, largely children of color, should have been designated as gifted, but weren't. Part of the problem lies within implicit bias in teacher nominations and testing.
But people develop the tests, and there's error built into those tests. And a lot of the tests of ability are actually tests of economic standing or prior learning. And so at the end, those tests yield disparate results. It wasn't surprising to us.
Purdue's Gifted Institute found most of the intelligent tests that students take to get into these programs were not developed with consideration to different racial and ethnic groups. Marcia Gentry has seen this firsthand. She's visited schools. She's seen the disparities. Now, she would like to see districts create new and multiple pathways into these programs. Ideas like nominations from family, community members, even allowing students to nominate themselves.
I think it's a really good time for a revolution to say, how do we make programs more inclusive and hold them accountable for inclusivity and better talent development? And I also think in doing that, what we'll end up with are better programs because we will have diverse views in those programs.
Natural disasters have some hospitals reevaluating their buildings.
It's impossible to predict, but you try to design flexibility, and that's the shape of the building. It's thinking about infrastructure for the future.
How new hospitals are planning to be able to care for patients when the next flood, earthquake, or massive freeze hits.
Also ahead, how many times do you just hand out your phone number thinking nothing of it? Well, you'll think twice after you hear how that 10-digit number helped a thief steal $13,000 from one man's bank account, and how you can keep it from happening to you.
Hiring a legal team is one of the biggest decisions you can make. You should know that when you hire Kibbe Wagner, our firm has the resources to fight for the insurance companies and get the settlement you deserve. Kibbe Wagner, here for you yesterday, today, and tomorrow.
Starting Thursday, it's the Fall RV Show at the South Florida Fairgrounds. The parking lot is overflowing with hundreds of discounted new and used RVs. It's the largest RV show of the year. The Fall RV Show at the South Florida Fairgrounds starts Thursday.
In the spirit of giving thanks, Faith Farm is offering store-wide savings at all Faith Farm thrift store locations. Help our mission of saving lives this Friday and Saturday, November 5th and 6th, by buying quality pre-owned furniture with low prices and up to 75% off. Financing is now available on brand name new furniture with prices up to 50% off. Every item in the store is on sale. Support Faith Farm's mission of saving lives and save during the Giving Thanks sale at Faith Farm in Boynton Beach, Fort Lauderdale, and on State Road 70 in Okeechobee.